I want to talk about the pre-trib, about the rapture and this false prophet. I talked about it before, but I'm going to expand on it a little more. So, in Mark, I'm going to talk about in Mark. See, last time I was in Matthew chapter 24. I'm going to go in Mark. He's talking about the same thing. It's the same thing what Jesus Christ was saying in Matthew chapter 24. Okay, it's in verse 3 said, as he sat upon the Mount of Olives over against the temple, Peter and James and John and Andrew asked him privately, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign when all these things shall be fulfilled? See, I mean, at the end time when all these things will be fulfilled, the disciple wanted to know. And Jesus answered them. Like I said, it's the same thing in Matthew 24. And Jesus answered them, begin to say, take heed, lest any man deceive you. See? That's why they got many false prophets now, like I said. They're deceiving many people now. See, they said they're going to be raptured out of here before the Great Tribulation. That is not true. See? And the mark of the beast is coming out, what they said now to the people. See? They said it was going to be going out of here. And the mark of the beast is coming out right now. See, and a lot of people taking the mark of the beast right now, right here in the U.S. And I think in Sweden, and the president or the governor demanding everybody to have the mark just to ride a bus and train and stuff like that. See, that's the way they do, you know. If you won't be able to get a certain thing, you know, without you having a computer chip in you, you know, on your hand, your forehead, whatever, on your arm and your hand. But the Bible says it's going to be in your hand and your forehead. You know, God's word is true. You know, use it for buying and selling. That's what these people want. You see, a lot of people in America, they want the computer chip in their hand. You know, to open their car doors and get in their house, open their doors and stuff like that, to buy a thing off of the machines and stuff, like potato chip, whatever. You know, but Jesus Christ answered them and said, and he said in verse 5, it said, Jesus answered them, begin to say, take heed, see, lest any man deceive you. See, how many people are deceiving the church out. They're not even telling them about the mark of the beast, but it's here now. These churches are going to be receiving it. It said, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. This is what is happening now. And right now, in verse 7, saying, when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See, you have hear wars and rumors of wars. See, like I said, like maybe in North Korea, it might be rumors of war, or it might be just a little war. You know, they hit the facility what they have, you know, or something. And a lot of times they thinking people are gonna fight, and all the time they don't fight. You know, it's a lot of things. It's true. It be wars. You know, so that's why I say hear wars and rumors of war. So, be ye not troubled, for such thing must need be, but the end shall not be yet. See, the end shall not be yet. You know, and people think it's the end. Just like when the United States horn be broken after they fight Iran, people gonna think it's the end. But the end will not be yet. We have to go through the third beast. You know, third beast, you know, the Bible says in the latter time of that kingdom, you know, the king of fierce countenance will come out. And that's the Antichrist. When them 10 horns get here, see, the third beast going to rule a while. The third beast is the leopard. You know, it have 4 heads, 4 rulers. It'll be the Vatican and China and Britain and Russia. You know, and the European nation will be the 10 horns. The 10 king will form at the end to 10 king. You know, and the Vatican will come among those 10 kings and give power unto those 10 kings, what we read about in Revelation chapter 17 and verse 12. you know, because they have the money. They got to give power into those things. They got to come out from the third beast who he was with. See, the third beast had 4 heads. He was one of the 4 heads. He got to come out from them. When the 10 horns show up, he got to get with them. And he got plucked up those other 3 beasts, China and Britain and Russia. He going to have full authority. You know, that's what it means by plucked up. Just like I said, when the United States will be plucked up, he ain't going to have no more authority in the world no more. See, the United States is having authority in the world now. And Donald Trump say you want to be president of the United States, you don't want to be president of the world. You know, you got to get the message. And what people do not understand, you know, he's that mighty king, or he's doing according to his will. You know, a lot of people don't like him, but just how it is. It is what it is. God wanted him in that office, so he's going to be in that office till God don't want him in the office no more. As long as God want him in that office, he's going to be in that office. Nobody can't do him nothing. All right. In verse 7 says, when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such thing must need be. But the end shall not be yet. See, the end shall not be yet. For nation, in verse 8 said, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquake in divers places, and there shall be famine and trouble. These are the beginnings of sorrows. See, the beginning of sorrow. See, we're starting to see that now. The beginning of sorrow. This is where we are now. But it said, take heed to yourself. See, for they shall deliver you up to council, and in the synagogue ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before rulers and king for my name, for my sake, for a testimony against them. See, this is what all will happen. They tell you all the time what was going to happen. Jesus Christ explained, he answered them what could be going on at that time when the end comes. You know, he explained it, telling it all to his disciples. And many will betray one another. You know, parents against their children. Like in verse 12, it said, for brother shall betray the brother to death, and the father, the son, and children shall rise up against their parents, and shall cause them to be put to death. See, this is all what will happen, because the people are going to have a computer chip in them. And they're going to rise up against one another. See how they're coming up against one another now about the election? People are deceived. The news media people are deceiving people. You know. And the people can't see. Only a few of them see. And they're divided. See. Some know the truth. Some don't want to accept the truth. Even though you show them the truth and tell them the truth. They don't want to accept it because they're deceived. But when they get the chip in them, it's going to be even worse. Because that system going to be controlling them through the chip. All right. And verse 14, let me see. Yeah, 13 says, ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. You see. So in verse 14, tell you about the abomination that make it desolate. You see. It'll tell you about that. That's when the 2 witnesses coming, and they're going to kill the 2 witnesses. See, when they set up the abomination that make it desolate, you'll be done kill the 2 witnesses. See. When you read Matthew, before they set up the abomination, the Bible tell you that the gospel shall be preaching to all the world. And then shall the end come. See. That's the 2 witnesses are going to be prophesying, preaching the gospel to the people. You know, they're going to hate the 2 witnesses. You know, just like they hate Christian now. You see, all those people that believe good for evil. You know, that's the way they believe now. You know, believe that homosexual is okay. They want you to speak against it. Same-sex marriage. You know, all this adultery, fornication, and all different things. See, they're the opposite now. And the people believe that now. See, they're trusting in their computer. See. All right. Let's see. I want to say, but ye shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing where it ought not. You see. Let him that read it understand. Then let them that be in Judea flee to the mountain. See, at the time they got to flee to the mountain when they kill the 2 witnesses, and then they're going to set up the abomination that make it desolate. You know, you have to flee. The saints going to have to flee. Those that are in Judea going to have to flee to the mountain. This is what they're going to have to do. They have to obey God. Otherwise, they'll be destroyed. You see. They tell you God, the Lord went all the way down what was going to be happening. You know, like in verse 24, they said, but in those days after that tribulation, see, it's going to be days after that tribulation. It make it more clear here than in Matthew chapter 24. And then verse 29 and 30 in Matthew chapter 24. But in verse in Mark chapter 13 and verse 24 it says, but in those days after that tribulation, the sun shall be darkened. You see, it's going to be days after that tribulation. See, that's the last 45 days, which we read about in Daniel chapter 12. What if they set up the abide? Jesus Christ said, the Bible tell you, it said, blessed he that cometh to the 1,235 days. See, that's the next 45 days, extra 45 days. See, that's what it's talking about. Let me go to, I think it's in Daniel chapter 12. Daniel chapter 12. Daniel chapter 12, I think it's in verse 11, said, from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, let's see, there shall be 1,290 days. See, that's 3.5 years. And said, blessed he that waited and cometh to the 1,305 and 30 days. So that's 45 days more. See, it's after the tribulation. See, it's days after the tribulation. Then you will see the Son of Man coming back to earth. See what it said in Mark chapter 24. It's in, but in those days after that tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. See, he's saying, then you shall see Son of Man coming, power and great glory. See, it's after the tribulation. Tribulation will be over. You know, in the last 45 days, you know, after that tribulation. See, you got an S on the word days in 24. It's saying those days after that tribulation. That's what I wanted to bring to these preachers. Don't bring these things to you. You know, it's going to be days after the tribulation. Then you'll see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. That's what I wanted to bring to you. But all this thing must happen. That's why Jesus Christ learned a parable of the fig tree. See, when there's fig tree, always mostly one of the trees. But first, you know, before the summer get here, I mean, it's sitting close time when you see these things what Jesus Christ talked about. You know, nation shall rise against nation and all that. They're going to be brothers and sons going to be betraying one another. Children going to turn against their parents and stuff like that. You know, the Lord tell you the time it's getting close. You know that it's near. It's coming. But the end is not yet. You know, all these things what he talked about have to be fulfilled. You know, but that's all I want to have for y'all today. But like I said, a mark of the beast. They come of these false preachers. They be lying to you. You know, a lot of them talking about the end is here now. You know, right now, Battle of Armageddon and all just about to start and all that stuff. But it's not time yet for the Battle of Armageddon. You know, it's time for like the mark of the beast to start coming out, and this is coming out now. You know, and most people are going to receive the mark, and this preacher's not telling them that. You know, they're false preaching them. A lot of them believe that. I said it about 90 and 95% believe they're going to be still raptured out of here, but it's not true. We ain't going to be raptured out of here. The saints that are living, that are still here, are going to go through the great tribulation. You know, this is what I want to bring to y'all today. You have to take heed. The mark of the beast have to come out and stuff like that. And many will fall away, what it tell you in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. You know, they're falling away from the truth. You know, we used to accept homosexuality and stuff, adultery, fornication, all this stuff long time. They all are falling away now. They're accepting this. You know, they don't want to say it's wrong no more, but it's just wrong. You can do what you want to do, but it's still wrong. And they're saying that it's wrong. Fornication is wrong. Adultery is wrong. You know, all that's wrong. You got to check out God's word. God says wrong. If you for God, you know, you have to believe what God said. You know, stand with Him. You know, He's going to bring all of these things to an end one day. Thank y'all. May God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom.